Chair of this session, distinguished speakers and ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I'm really honored to be invited as a speaker in this session and quote success stories of investment in Nepal in this important Nepal Investment Summit. So on behalf of private sector, I would like to appreciate IBM and also Nepalese government for taking special initiative to organize investment summit in post-COVID scenario and also to energize the local and international investors. The fast-changing global regional economic scenario, we need to broaden our relation to benefit from opportunity which are rising and also to address new challenges in investment landscape. So Nepal government has given a very high priority for the economic growth, and also we are working very closely the private sector with the government, especially organizing this summit also. So before the summit, the private sector of Nepal, we had given some suggestion to the government. We went to the Prime Minister. The Chief Secretary is here, and then we asked them, we requested that before organizing this summit, we need to at least, there are 12 acts which really challenges, and there are a lot of constraints for not only the local international investors also to invest in Nepal. So they recognize our recommendation and request also. So Government of Nepal heeded our recommendation and accordingly amended the laws and passed by the cabinet. And then we are very happy to announce that today, this morning only, this act was passed by the President ordinance. So I think it's we should really embrace this moment and go further. And then private sector, we are working very closely with the government, even during the budget, like we have a fiscal budget every year. So our recommendation has been incorporated by the government also. And last year budget, there was a lot of positive steps where we could bring FDI also. So I think the speakers in the morning also, and then previous session also, they've already explained that the areas of investment in Nepal, we have a very, very high scope. You know, it's a virgin land. So there are sectors, agriculture, agro sector, industry, lot of education, healthcare and all. And why we feel not only like being a private sector from Nepal, you know, like we really feel that Nepal is a place where we want to invest. And for me also, I want to expand my business. I want to see the new avenues where I could expand my business and start a business, because I think the economy is very resilient, because we can quickly recover from any kind of pandemic also, or even like we saw so many changes the last 30 years, different political changes also, and even insurgency, earthquake, but still, you know, like it's very resilient. So that's why it's a very prominent place where we could invest. Our low inflation rate and strong foreign exchange reserves are two important components of the stable economy. Nepal has significant export market. I think we have two neighboring countries where we could really export our stuff. So this is very enticing for us. Our middle class is also growing, indicating an emerging market. So there are a lot of major changes of the laws and acts. Like 15 years back, it was a little difficult in the industry, you know, because we used to have lots of debates with the laborers also, labor union, trade union and all. But now we have a Labor Act, which is very, very strong and positive for the employers also. So it really feels that now we don't have any strike, and then the relation between the labor and the employers and employees are very conducive. So that is also very promising. PPD Act is also there, FITA Act for foreign investment, and then there are a lot of examples of Indian industry and other industries which have been here since more than 20 years are doing very well. We'll be hearing from Unilever also, Everest Bank, SBI Bank, even like Dabur also, and then Gorkha Brewery, other banks like Standard Chartered, Encel, all of them, like they take back a very, very good dividends every year. Then we have natural resources, which is unexplored. So we are really looking for partners also to explore these natural resources, and then we can convert this into wealth, which can be beneficial for both, even the local investors and the international investors. We have average age 24-year-old, very youth population. They are like a vast ocean of unrealized potential. And energy sector, I think we've already mentioned. Hospitality is also a very promising center, and government is doing a lot in hospitality sector. Our international airport has been modernized as per private sector's request, and 2 more new international airport. One is in Bhairava, Lumbini Airport, and Pokhara Airport has been established. So this really gives like a connectivity, not only international but city to city, even connectivity has started. So I also belong from the tourism sector. I have a hotel, so I've expanded my hotel because seeing the promising scenario of the country, and also like starting a resort, because due to this connectivity and the infrastructure which is really growing, I think we can have a very good tourism destination for Nepal. Natural resources, we have a different, from Himalayas to wildlife to different kind of tourism. So that's why I think I'm expanding and still looking to expand in different areas where the government has also given a priority for tax holiday for 10 years. If you go to some of the like virgin land, like far west and all, where you could explore different kind of tourism. Another one is digital economy, which is also very, very promising. And I think integration of digital payment system with India and as well as China can tremendously increase the ease of doing business as well as boost tourism and trade sector of Nepal. Recently, the government of Nepal has unveiled the 16th 5-year plan with 40 goals, and starting from mid-July the plan targets 7.1 economic growth, which is very I think which is very positive. And Nepal is also graduating from least development country to developing country, which moved this to the prosperity ladder also. So we need a lot of investment in infrastructure sector and manufacturing sector also. I think the Nepalese private sector also looking for the partnership for the joint venture in this sector, which is very in a priority list for the government also. And another very promising and attractive thing of Nepal is like government approach, like we could approach the government very easily. If we have some problem, like while doing business, like sometimes you have some challenges, some small nitty-gritty problems, but we have a very easy access, not only with the bureaucrats, the chief secretary is there, we run to him, even with the secretary, related secretary, ministers, and even the prime minister. And this access is not only for local investors, I think it's for the international investors also. So that is very promising, which you don't get in other countries, I think. And one window system has been established in Ministry of Industry, which is kind of a mediation center for the private sector and the government. And repatriation of the profit by the investors has been simplified by the central bank also. And of course, IBM is very active and proactive on identifying the new profitable project, and also to facilitate them in every step also. So because of all these things, I think Nepalese investors are very, very encouraged to invest in further many untapped sectors of Nepal. So recently I've also started to manufacture the syringe, the health product, syringe and gloves and many more health products, because I see the potential in Nepal, and slowly maybe we could export. So that's why I think I urge everyone, whoever I hear, to come and invest in Nepal, because I think it's a virgin country and we all are there. I think private sector from Nepal, like Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce, CNI and other related organizations, as well as IBM and Industry Ministry, of course the government will be delighted to help you, facilitate you in every step of investment ventured in Nepal. Thank you so much.